now we got to do the upper body. And so I'm going to ask my athletes here to partner up, and I'm going to partner up with Lord Vader over here. So step over here, sir. Okay, so what we're going to do is an exercise that we're calling open the space capsule door, because you need upper body strength in order to open the space capsule door because it's pretty heavy. So I want you to clasp hands with a partner. We're going to do an isometric activity where you're just going to be pushing against the other person. So push as hard as you can. Push, push. No, don't use the force. No, not fair. Don't use the force. Okay, good. It's kind of like a test of strength in professional wrestling. And stop. Good. All right. The only area that we haven't really worked out yet is the core. So all I want you to do is tighten up your abdominal muscles, and you're just going to bend forward. Okay, so bend forward, kind of like a standing crunch. You can do this sitting down as well. Make sure those abdominal muscles stay tight. And we're calling this exercise prep for reentry because you need a lot of core strength for the jostling that occurs during reentry. Last thing we want to do, we're back on Earth. It's called cool down after touchdown. All right, so all we're going to do is some nice deep breaths to cool ourselves down. So in and out, in and out, and in and out, in and out. And we're back on Earth. We're ready to roll.
All right, and we have just a few more minutes, a little bit more time, and thank you so much. You know what amazes me is, I'm sure you are aware, they just played a video. When we send people to Mars, that will be 10 months in zero gravity. People probably don't realize we had a wonderful video here at the stadium, and I'm not sure if our NASA Edge audience saw that, but there's exercise gear on the spacecraft, correct?
Yes, they have treadmills, they have exercise bikes that actually anchor you down so you feel the stress of that activity, and it actually does good for your muscles and connective tissue and bones, as well as your cardiovascular system. And they also have something that's called ARED, which is Advanced Resistive Exercise Device. And it's basically a machine that you can use to do bench press, squat, deadlifts, bicep curls, tricep press down. Anything that you can do in a gym for a normal workout, you can do using this ARED device, and you can do it in a relatively small space on the space station or on the spacecraft that will be heading to Mars at some point in the future.
And of course, we can't stress enough is the fact that the body, especially the, if I remember right, red blood cells are made in the bone marrow, and they need to have resistance to stimulate produce that. Can you kind of elaborate on that?
Absolutely. That's one of the things that'll happen in space if you don't continue to stimulate the cardiovascular system and stimulate that bone marrow, is that you're going to lose red blood cells. You're also going to lose blood volume and plasma volume. So your ability to deliver oxygen and nutrients to the tissues and get rid of waste gets compromised in a major way. And when you get back to Earth, it's very, very difficult to perform physically. Plus, extended space missions, you're going to have a hard time maintaining your physical performance and your mental performance because that's tied very, very closely with how in shape you are physically.
Because to think clearly and logically, the brain needs blood, the brain needs energy in the form of glucose and other sugars, and right?
Absolutely, yeah. The nervous system uses carbohydrate almost exclusively as a fuel, so you need blood flow to be able to get to those areas in order to make them work right.
Tell you what, we've got just a few more minutes left. I would like to have one by one the athletes step up here, and I'm going to ask them what they thought about the Eclipse. Yeah, exactly. I did this on purpose, you know. This is not on the script. Give us your name and what do you do here at SIU?
I'm Matt Greenfield. I finished golf last semester, so now I'm just trying to graduate.
Okay. And real briefly, what do you think of the Eclipse?
I think it was really cool just to be here because my family's back home in England, so they could see it over like the television. So it was really nice to kind of be here.
Thank you, Matt. And give us your name and what sport?
I'm Megan Krolick and I run cross country and track.
What about the Eclipse?
I thought it was really cool. I was glad we got to see it and I thought it was really cool.
Well, thank you for being here with us. What's your name and what do you play again, in case someone's just tuning in?
My name is Charlie Harris and I play safety for Southern Illinois.
What do you think of the Eclipse?
It was really unique, you know, fun experience. Just being here. It was really special.
What? Oh, your name and what sport you play?
I'm Abby Barrow and I play volleyball.
What do you think of the Eclipse?
I thought it was really cool. I thought the coolest part was just looking around at the light on everyone and then the sunset that was all around. That was my favorite part.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, and we're going to get Phil Anton back here. I do feel like maybe I should at least give Lord Darth Vader a chance to talk, but I don't want to talk to him without you around because you seem to have
Well, he's having some issues with his voice communicator today, so I don't think you're going to get a whole lot out of him except for, like, you know, the use of the Force for nefarious purposes, that type of thing.
We're in just a second. We're going to send it back. Thank you so much, Dr. Anton. I really appreciate it. Thank you thank you for the athletes.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it.
Here's a very cool video here on NASA Edge TV.